Yo,
What it do? What it do?
y'all already know it's your boys. It's TEZZ,
This your boy CL Cool.
and this is your favorite podcast.
I still love pro wrestling. ... I think.
Don't forget the 3 dots.
Just don't forget them.
We are here on this lovely evening to talk about a show that I'm gonna have to say had some heat last night.
It really did. Surprised me, but we're talking about AEW Dynamite, and it's from Canada, Toronto to be exact. It was on the 12th.
Ooh, Canada. Now y'all already know. Hey man, look.
Don't do all that.
You already know in Canada it goes down. Now some of my favorite wrestlers come from Canada, so you know I'm number one, of course, the Hitman. I was always a Hitman fan from back in the day. Pink and Black Attack, baby. It's only one. It's only one.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I wish you find something bad to say about Britt.
No, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Britt. All right, so this, comes from the Coca-Cola Coliseum in Toronto. They were actually in one of the smaller buildings. It's like seats 7,000, and WWE went there. I forget, they came there recently, and they was in the bigger building, and they had like 13,000. So it wasn't too bad.
No, I mean AEW right now they gotta play it safe. They don't want to get too big of an arena, knowing they might not be able to sell it out.
But they did a good job of it. So.
I mean, they did solid. I give it to them.
So the show starts out, and we have a new member of AEW, Renee Paquette. What her name? Paquette. Yeah. Paquette.
There we go.
Paquette.
John Moxley. Name, but the right one.
Yeah. John Moxley's wife. And she,
Mama Mox.
Yeah, and she has joined AEW, which I knew she would. Once Moxley signed that 5-year contract, I knew she was about to sign.
I mean, it's only a matter of time because, I mean, really, as in the industry or really anywhere, really, if you can have a chance to be with your husband or be with your wife, that's what you're going to do. Hence why, I don't know if y'all noticed this, on a lot of wrestling shows, especially WWE that has the draft, the husbands and the wives and the boyfriends or whatever, they always end up on the same show. I'm sure they request that.
Yeah, WWE, I think like a while ago, WWE done that to like keep drama down and all that.
It does.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the flesh is weak. And the road is lonely.
You know what I'm saying? Kayla Braxton, my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? She on the road and she on SmackDown. I'm on Raw. We can't have that.
Kayla, if you listen to this right now, I promise you have a fan that want to be your man. And
I look on Instagram. There's a lot of us.
I'm sure it's a whole army of y'all.
Yeah, I'm just. They sending numbers and I ain't doing all that.
Man, you want me to write y'all a song?
You can do that.
Write y'all a song that you sing it to.
So, Renee is interviewing Christian Cage, and he said he guaranteed a win tonight. So Jungle Boy is going to use Luchasaurus.
Hey, you know what,
dude? For a first match, like this was good to me.
They got chemistry, man, and it's probably because they was together for so long. It's like they know each other. They know each other's moves. They know the mannerisms. They know what they're gonna do, and it's like a dance. I hear a lot of people compare it to a dance. It's like a dance. If you got the right partner, it's gonna be beautiful. And I mean, they showed out. And I noticed how now Jungle Boy, the name Jungle Boy seems like a nickname more so now.
Yeah, because they keep calling him
Jack Perry. Like they putting emphasis on Jack Perry. So I think Jungle Boy is starting to grow up.
Yeah.
As long as he don't have the same effect that Bow Wow had with Lil Bow Wow.
But
for y'all old heads, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Luchasaurus hit the slam on the shoulders for the win. How do you feel now that he lost to Christian Cage and Luchasaurus? Like, he gonna win in this feud?
I think the feud thus far he's lost. He would have to do something huge, like something spectacular to pretty much gain some momentum after that. Like, he gonna have to come back and maybe even drop the Jungle Boy name and just call himself Jack Perry.
Because like he already lost to Christian Cage at All Out, and now he's losing to Luchasaurus, which he lost because of Christian, but it still looks bad that you losing.
It's still an L, and I mean it's an L in the feud.
Yeah.
So that's 2 in a row. Like I said, either he finna go away and come back as just Jack Perry, or he finna do something crazy to eliminate both of them at the same time, which, knowing his gimmick so far, I don't see it. But I mean, because you can't make the dinosaur gimmick right now. They trying to make him look strong.
Yeah.
So that right there, if you try to do something bad to that, I don't know.
So Ethan Page and your boy Stokely, no jokely, are being interviewed by Renee. Matt Hardy and Private Party came up. Pretty much, Stokely, no jokely, has Private Party's contract, which I don't get. But anyway,
that contract could have came with a happy meal.
So Ethan Page suggests a match against Cassidy on Rampage and says if Cassidy wins, then Private Party is free from that contract. Ethan said if they win, the firm will also own Matt Hardy's contract too. And Hardy told Cassidy that he got it. So that's gonna be on Rampage Friday.
And that can come with a Wendy's meal. Let me be clear with what I'm saying though, because I'm talking about their value in AEW right now. I believe that Private Party from the beginning, and when AEW first came up, Private Party was a featured tag team. They were looked at as contenders in every window. Even though the Young Bucks were still pushed to the front, Private Party was always right there. They were AEW Street Profits in a way.
Yep.
But slowly but surely, they fell down the ranks.
Yeah.
They became a joke tag team.
Especially when they joined Matt Hardy.
When they joined Matt Hardy, it was over.
Yeah.
The Hardy, what was it? The Hardy Family Office or something like that? That was done.
It's too much comedic stuff, and no one's gonna take you serious.
Exactly. And I mean, they, from what I was told, well, not what I was told, but what I heard in the interview, they actually did, what can we say? A come to Jesus with Jericho, and they asked Jericho, how can they, get better as a tag team? Jericho said the first thing I need to do is change the theme song. That's why they went from that whole "It's a Private Party" to the little shot song. Mm-hmm. Because he said you need a song that actually goes with your gimmick and actually flows. So I mean, the beat works, the song works, but it's just something ain't clicking.
They still got some work to do.
Yeah, because I mean, they fire in the ring. They fire. They even had some bangers on Dynamite and Rampage and on pay-per-view, but it's just not. It's the value of them at this point is bad. And same thing with Matt Hardy, because Matt Hardy was trying to catch ground with Jeff. But you see what happened with that. We still hoping Jeff can recover and get back where he needs to be. But without Jeff, Matt has always seemed like he's lost in the wind without his broken gimmick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So in the ring, you had Wardlow and Samoa Joe versus Nick Comoroto and QT Marshall. Quick little match.
Squash.
Yeah, a quick little match to set up something else in the post match.
Can I say how disappointed I am in how they've used Comoroto? Tell me you don't see something in him, man.
I see potential in him.
He could be something. They just gotta put the right coat of paint on him.
I'm gonna tell you also what's going on. You have a guy like Tony Khan who's booking, and he doesn't really know how to book.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Yeah, a lot of these guys they're lost in the win because you don't have I know a lot of people joke on WWE's writing team, but it's still a team.
Yeah.
And then you have just Tony Khan booking. So you can get lost.
And to think about it, if I had to describe the way he books, imagine 10-year-old you watching wrestling.
Yep.
And the way you remember we used to write stuff down on paper and all that.
Yep.
And we would book how we wanted to book, and we was just excited to do stuff. And then of course, the WWE games now they got GM mode and stuff like that where you can actually do that.
Yep.
But you're gonna book who you want to book, what you feel when you feel it. So it's kind of like a fly by the seat of your pants type of situation. And it's different when it's real life, and now we're seeing that with he's got his real life action figures, and they just kind of all over the place.
Yeah. And
it's hard to kind of wrap your head around the storyline like this particular thing, and I'll let Calvin go into it. What it's setting up, it just don't make sense.
So, after the match, Prince Nana of the Embassy comes out. Brian Cage said, nobody want to see Warlow hit power bombs and all that. Cage, he also trashed FTR, and wondering where they was at, and then FTR comes out to the biggest pop.
Of course.
Like I said,
the number one tag team in the world.
Yeah, I will be posting that video later today. Later tonight, but I still got the Usos left. The FTR comes out, and I agree that they're the best tag team in AEW, which I don't know why they're. I don't know why they're not getting a bigger push.
especially with the Bucks out the picture, because that was really that was rumored the only thing that was keeping them back.
Yeah, but this also leads to Dax bringing out a returning Sean Spears
with the 10 gimmick, which I've been waiting on that. I mean, I like Hill Spears, but he got the 10 gimmick back. I don't know what they gonna do with 10 in the in the Dark Order, because he kind of does the 10 thing. But we all know that's synonymous with Sean Spears. And my man came back. It was in Canada, so you already know he from Canada. They loved your boy when he came out. 10 for the win, baby. Let's see where it goes.
Good stuff. So Swerve Strickland comes out. The Acclaim comes out, make their entrance with the rap. You know, they so over, man.
They are over. Who would have thought Scissor Me Daddy A would be a thing?
Scissor Me Daddy.
But you know what? I was thinking about this the other night too. Because once upon a time, Suck It was a thing. Once upon a time, HLA was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sure there were people who were fans in the 80s that had to, you know, eat your vitamins, say your prayers, that were like,
you can't see me.
We didn't came from that to people saying suck it and all this. So it's crazy to think of what can get over with the next generation, even though really, ironically, Billy Gunn is one of the ones that got suck it over.
Yep.
But I mean, it works. It's connecting.
Yeah. So Billy Gunn beat Swerve in about 8 minutes. You know, just a little match that had a claim out there.
Can I say this though?
Yeah.
Out of all the members of DX, with the exception of maybe X-Pac, I didn't expect Billy Gunn to be the one to still be putting on decent matches in 2022.
I know, right?
He always been in a better shape as far as like as he's aged. He's always kept himself in good shape, but I wouldn't have picked Billy as the one that would still be putting on decent matches. That one on my bingo card.
Also, after this match, Mark Sterling and Tony Nese interrupted, saying that they have a document from the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Sterling said that he trademarked the phrase "Scissor Me," so he gets the money from their T-shirt.
All right,
this is lame.
This whole thing with the trademarking of the Scissor Me, this is already premature. Because Scissor Me just got over. So the fans are getting into something and you're going to take it away that fast. If you're going to do something like this, I would wait at least a year or two, sell merch, get it going. And then if you want to play with it a little bit, that's fine. But this is feeling like when they took the T away from Booker T. And they gave it the big T. That
was the dumbest thing in the world.
Thank you. It's you can't have your T anymore. You just Booker. What?
Hey man, you can't have the S. You just Marty.
It was like, wait, what?
What's that? Man, what? That was that good WCW stuff for you. Ooh.
Get on that. We could do a whole channel.
Now this segment, I had to ask you about because I just had to ask you on this next segment. So MJF was about to get interviewed by Alex Marvez, but Stokely, no jokely, comes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And MJF tears him apart. Like, if you interrupt my match again with your Carlton Banks looking self, you get fired. Now, get out of my shot.
But I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you what's about to happen. I feel it coming. Normally, you the one who be on the horizon with this. MJF, he needs to stay healed, but he's about to get in between it because what's about to happen to him is the firm is about to stomp him out. That's what's about to happen. Stokely, you know how Stokely be getting that look on the face. My eyes get big. I have a feeling he gonna get that order. Okay, MJF, that's how you want it.
Yeah, because last week, you know, when he beat Wheeler, he was about to shake his hand, and then, you know, the firm came out and interrupted the thing.
Yeah.
So, but it was just like the way that MJF was talking to him.
He was talking to him like he was a dog. But see, that's
like I don't have a firm behind me. They would come like I don't have people behind me. They'll come whoop your.
Bruh, telling you, watch. And this is gonna be MJF because MJF is gonna be looked at as a martyr. They're gonna take him down, and he's gonna have to fight his way back. And he's a loner. He's a loner anyway. I've never really like the Pinnacle, okay, but I've never really looked at him as needing a stable anyway. The man can do it on his own, and I think he gonna say the wrong thing. Well, he already probably there. It's just a matter of time before we gonna hear that and that's all you gonna hear at the entrance. It's gonna be a wrap. And MJF versus the Firm, and he might have to find some teammates after that.
Dude, I was just like, wow. I wouldn't have did Stokely like that.
He dogs.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't have booked Stokely like that. You're trying to get over a firm or a stable, and you have he is the top heel right now in the company.
Yeah,
but you have him eviscerate a manager that's trying to get his team. I just don't know if I would have did that like that.
But I promise you, I would have done what I think coming next, because that's the only way you can come back from that. Like, oh, you gonna talk to me like that? I ain't even gonna do nothing to you right now. The camera's still rolling. The camera's still rolling. Let's show. We're live on Aew Dynamite. I'm gonna have a scarf dangling from the top of the entranceway. You gonna be laid out in the heat. Like, and look, spray paint the Firm on his back like the NWO. Stokely, do not take that. Do not take that. Handle your business.
Man. Look, man. Anyway, so now we get Jon Moxley into the arena. You know, he got a huge, he had a big pop. So he's going to get Hangman Adam Page next Tuesday, you know, because baseball playoffs on TBS next Wednesday. Mm-hmm. You know, he used to do that at WCW.
Yeah.
So, WCW was hot knees up in NBA. They used to do the NBA playoffs ahead of the Nitro.
Oh yeah,
they were hotter than the NBA at the time. So so they do that.
But let me ask your opinion though.
Yeah.
Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah.
What is your take on Hangman? As far as I'm gonna check your temperature on Hangman Adam Page, because I done heard a lot of people say they feeling some type of way about Page. What's your temperature on Page?
Okay, so we're gonna go personal, and then we're gonna go my personal outside the ring as far as Adam Page, and then I'm gonna go what I like as far as wrestling Adam Page.
Okay.
So outside the ring, I don't know. I think he's a snake. Cause I'm sorry, I'm still on CM Punk's side, by the way. Y'all don't know. But I think he's a snake, and I think he's a little lackey. He's a lackey. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about him personally. In the ring, he can go, but his was it last week when I was talking about how he was it was about a month ago when we first started this podcast. I was talking to you about how he was the worst champion ever.
Yeah.
He was a drunk. You know what I'm saying? He was just the worst champion ever.
He didn't feel like a champion.
He wasn't a champion. He felt like a guy that was given a belt by his friend. That's what he felt like.
Yeah.
So when they had this promo, and it was a good promo for Moxley and him, I just couldn't take him seriously because I ain't take my medication today, but I'm a man. I just don't believe you. I just don't buy into you. Do I think I could whoop Jon Moxley? Maybe. You know, he got that lunatic friends type thing going on with him.
He might be crazy,
yeah, but I know I could whoop Adam Page.
Dang. Well,
you say you want my temperature. That's my temperature.
Dang, Cowboys. Hey, hold on. Alright. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It feel like a friend. We know
if you look at the wrestlers that I really like, those are wrestlers that I probably couldn't beat. You know what I'm saying? Like Roman Reigns, I wouldn't want to fight him. When I fight him, yeah, but I don't want to.
I mean, that's
let's see. You know what I'm saying? Like CM Punk, you know what I'm saying? He's 6'3", he probably got something on him. He knows some moves. So do I want to mess with him? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jon Moxley, I don't like he like to break himself with glass and thumbtacks. I don't want to be in that type of fight.
Nah.
But I know I can whoop Adam Page. Straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go outside, bro. I'm not telling Jon Moxley to go outside. I'm gonna try to sneak him. I'm trying to sneak Roman Reigns. I'm gonna try to sneak Bobby Lashley. I'm gonna try to sneak Brock Lesnar. I'm trying to sneak Karrion Kross. I'm gonna try to sneak Solo. But Hangman, let's go outside.
Tighten up your boots.
So yeah. So it is what it is. So, how do you feel? First of all, how did you feel about that promo?
I thought the promo was good. I thought that I kind of feel like the way you feel with Adam Page, and I don't really give him heat because of the Elite affiliation.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at him as an individual, just kind of like people looked at Marty Scurll when he was a part of the Elite.
Yeah.
And when he got into his situation, it was him as an individual.
Yeah.
With Adam Page, I look at him as an individual. I look at his performance as top to bottom. And I don't know, he just give me off vibe. Like, he wouldn't be somebody I would kick it with.
Like when Moxley called him a kid.
Yeah.
Like, you calling me a kid. I'm mad about that. Yeah, you a kid.
Yeah, it's not. It's like when the Young Bucks used to try to act on it. And I can kind of see how they ran together. Because, and I love, everybody know I love Shawn Michaels. I love HBK. That was my dude back in the day. But anybody who watched WWE knew if Shawn got in a fight with Doink the Clown, Doink probably would have put him down.
Yeah.
Because you can act like a tough guy, but at the end of the day, if it's not like he played into the right role, he was a pretty boy. I'm gonna get you with the super kick, boom, boom, boom.
And I got a bodyguard.
Exactly. I'm a coward sometimes. I'm not finna come out here and act like I can whoop the whole world, because that's not who I am. Page comes off as if he's trying to convince us
that he's a cowboy,
and that he can whoop the whole world. I don't see the only thing cowboy about him is the clothes that he trying to fit into. I don't.
You just came out of Dark Order and you expect us to believe, man. Next.
Yeah,
I'll watch the match next week, but next.
Mox made quick work out of him.
Next.
Quicker than CM Punk.
Next. So you have Bryan Danielson, versus Chris Jericho.
All right.
I knew this match would be good.
These two are legends.
Yeah.
They're legends. They have chemistry together. There's no doubt about it. They're legends. They know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And, as far as experience-wise, you couldn't pick a better match in AEW right now. I felt some type of way about this match, though, because I knew, one, you did need to take the Ring of Honor Championship away from Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. Mm-hmm. And two, Bryan Danielson didn't need to take another loss. Because he been losing a lot. And to some people, he shouldn't have took the L from.
But before I'm about to say what I'm gonna say, he came out to his Lionheart song instead of Judas this time.
Yeah.
Which I like that. That's good, because as a heel, you shouldn't be having people sing along to your song.
Oh no.
Just why I don't get the Seth Rollins. I think he should change it back to wherever, because people saying you're supposed to be a heel. But anyway, I digress. I'm sounding like an old timer, but I digress. You said Bryan shouldn't take an L, which, okay, he did, but I think he like to get that pure championship, because who caused the L?
That's true.
Now you get him out of a program with Jericho, and you get him on the program with Daniel Garcia. And if you think Daniel Garcia being Bryan Danielson,
that better not happen. And I mean, that was a swerve, because I can't lie, they got me.
Yeah, they got me too.
I thought for sure that he was on his way out, and that, this whole thing was set him up. They're gonna put him in the Combat Club. They're gonna highlight him. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. I thought they was about to put him under Regal's tutelage, and he was about to do his thing.
Yeah. So
that got me, and it take a lot to get us nowadays, because we quote unquote smart marks.
Yeah, and then Tony Khan like tell everything too.
Tony can't hold hard.
Good boy.
Tonight we got a turn happening.
Dang, man, like let us see it.
He get excited,
but.
Man.
I am gonna like this program with Garcia and Danielson, so that's a plus for me.
And I mean, and Garcia can go; he's proven himself, so I know it's gonna be a good match, and Bryan gonna get it out of him. So, hey.
Huh? So then we have an interview segment, Vicky Guerrero, with Nyla Rose, and they talk about how they stole the TBS title from Jade. Anna Jade shows up saying she wanted a match with Rose on Impact. Vicky liked it, while Rose said she would whip Anna. You know what?
Okay, so let's just say what it is. Nyla Rose, when AEW first started, and this is a private party journey, she started off as a big deal. She started off as a monster
until
she
lost to who?
Aew
Little Tez.
She lost too. Riho.
Tez. Do you remember when Kimbo Slice was coming up?
Yeah.
Like this before UFC. Do you remember like he was doing the backyard thing?
Yeah, I remember looking for the videos.
Okay. So, Elite XC was like this up and coming MMA promotion, right? And they was going to try to challenge UFC at the time.
Yeah.
And they signed Kimbo Slice. Remember that?
Yeah.
You probably don't remember. But they signed Kimbo Slice, right? So they do this. I want to say it was on CBS or NBC. It was like Kimbo first, like Kimbo Slice's first, sanctioned MMA. He always did backyard brawls.
Yeah.
So they hyped it up. Kimbo Slice first MMA fight, and he wins. Beat the dude down, and then they hyped it up again, and I think he won. And then he went against this guy named Seth Perez, little skinny white dude with like purple hair.
I remember this footage.
And Kimbo Slice get the break beat off of him.
I remember that footage.
Ratings go down, and the company folds. You want to know why? Because once somebody see someone small like that beat you, it's over with you.
I mean, you ain't a monster no more.
You're not a monster. So Kimbo Slice, it went out the window. Like skinny dude beat you. Like he came through and worked you. He wasn't even a big, like he was skinny.
He worked him big. When he got him on the mat with it.
So
I remember that. Kimbo was a banger.
Exactly.
If you go to the floor with him, it's over.
Yeah. So once that happened, it's over. Like the aura of Kimbo Slice was over. Now he was still a celebrity because of like the stuff he did, and he was still big. The aura was still there, but people wasn't. It wasn't like, ooh, Kimbo Slice on TV, let's watch. Like he just got whooped, and then like they kind of faded, and then he went to UFC. Then you know what happened. Rest in peace to Kimbo.
Yeah.
But I say all this because Nyla Rose is in that category. Yeah. You come through, you big, you like. You strong on the folks. You remember when they first, then you lose to Riho, and it's over.
Yeah, I mean, really, Riho is not horrible. I'm not gonna say that she's not horrible, but at the same time, against Nyla Rose, Riho should not be able to get two breaths in the ring.
Nyla, it should have been like the beating of a lifetime.
Yeah, that Nyla was taking shots from Riho. That I'm like, really. And ever since then. It's like she can come out and say what she want to say and all of that, but it's still gonna be that same feeling. Like you saying, it's Adam Page moment.
Yeah.
You saying this and you trying to convince me you're a monster, but
yeah.
And I mean, you walking around with a belt that ain't even. You're comedically holding a belt that you stole that you couldn't win.
Exactly.
And yeah, I don't know where this is gonna go. And she giving title shots.
Anyway, I don't want to do this, like, because AEW women's scene is not good to me. So you had Dr. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter with Rebel versus Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida. Yeah, Toni Storm and them won.
That's how you feel. Dang. You give them no love.
Once you've seen one AEW women's match, you've seen them all. And that's how I feel. And like, when is Thunder Rosa coming up? Because I'm tired of her being interim champion. Ain't Thunder Rosa supposed to be leaving?
I thought Thunder Rosa was about to be gone.
Or something? Why she still interim champion?
I don't know. This one, it ended in Caesar roll-ups. They, which was kind of like a lackluster ending.
Yeah, and let me preface it. It wasn't a bad match.
No.
It's just a basic AEW. There was no Saraya with Paige for people who are WWE fans. There was no her. So it was just, they put the women on at this time. That's it. Like, you can say whatever you want about WWE, even when Vince was there, but their women's division was goodness.
Oh, yeah. When they was on.
Heads and above everything.
Even in the Divas era. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
Ooh.
If the Divas era had better matches than you have, and better storylines, and more time, that's bad. Even during the Alundra Blaze era, they had better matches.
So, this last segment, I feel bad for Tez because his boy already lost the U.S. belt.
We gotta talk about stuff.
And now the guy he don't really care for has won the All-Atlantic Championship.
I ain't gonna say I don't really care for him, man. I don't care for him in this life. I look at Orange Cassidy as he would be like fighting Taka Michinoku in the cruiserweight division, or fighting X-Pac, or whatever, or Crash Holly. Like, I look at him as a cruiserweight 24/7 comedic guy that he can go. He's got skills. He's entertaining. But to beat somebody like Pac, and when Pac got a cheat, I was already mad they made
with the hammer. They kept using the hammer. Yeah,
you had to use the hammer on Orange Cassidy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, look.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy, your champion. Gotta love it.
And he lost for trying to get the hammer, trying to use the hammer again. Look, man. Y'all need to do something with Pac, all right? Because
he already the trios champion, ain't he?
Look, I'm tired. Look,
he's the trios champion, so he got that. He got that.
This we talk about credibility and getting beat by certain people. This look at Pac.
Yeah,
dude is a monster. Yeah. He's a small monster. He's shorter than some of the guys, but the dude he's a brick and he can fly. He's powerful. Mm-hmm. He got all the tools. Mm-hmm. He don't even need to have a bunch of charisma because, I mean, when he was in WWE, when he went on that whole, King of the Cruiserweights run, that was
great.
One of his best runs.
Yeah.
And it was believable. People was feeling it, but they ruined his credibility. Who he lose to?
Was it Enzo Amore?
Yes. A joke. A joke. He lost to Enzo.
Do you think him being part of the Trios champion is going to help a little bit? Or you think it's just still gonna be tainted because Orange Cassidy beat him?
He still got the Death Triangle, so I'm cool with that. But I feel like if he lost this belt, it should have been some type of shenanigans or something that happened to where it didn't make him look like a coward. Because having to use a hammer on Orange Cassidy.
Look, man, yeah, because you keep saying it don't mean it won't happen.
I mean, Powerhouse Hobbs lost to Orange Cassidy.
Really? Yeah, I did hear. He did.
Yeah, Jericho lost to Orange Cassidy in a Mimosa match.
I don't want to talk about that.
Man, I'm just saying, you got credible people losing to Orange Cassidy. If you make Tony Khan, stop it. Stop it. And I see Dan Housen floating around too. Don't you do it.
Yeah, oh, man.
Don't you do it.
Oh, man. Well, that was the main event. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You should have known what was going to happen was the main event.
I mean, it made everybody feel good, warm and fuzzy. They got the title change in Canada. They got the little orange confetti coming down. Yeah. But you know what? I'll tell you this. He going to lose that belt. And he better lose it quick. Pac better get that belt back. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, man. That's the end. Like, come, subscribe. We're at 39 subscribers.
We are moving. Yo, I just want to show some love, man. We appreciate y'all.
I appreciate any little view.
Any view at all. I don't care if you listen to the whole thing. You be like, man, I don't care about nothing they're talking about. You listened and you tuned in. Thank you.
We appreciate it, man. This your boy CL Cool.
And this your boy T-Double-Z.
I still love pro wrestling. ... I
think.
And we're out.